Good evening, y'all, and welcome back to the kitchen. I'm going to make a recipe today that it just brings back some fun memories when I was raising my little girl. Troy had an old rattle dump truck that he would go haul sand and fill dirt or whatever for people, make extra money, and he'd want the kids to ride with him. Well, he'd con April into going by telling her they would stop by the store and get her a Zinger. Do y'all know what a Zinger is? It's like a white cake with raspberry and coconut on it. Well, guess what? I have a recipe for a raspberry Zinger poke cake. So I'm going to make this today, and y'all will have a new dessert to share and a little story to tell to go with it. Might get your kids to come over if you make them a Zinger cake. I'm going to bring y'all over here to the booze block. And you start with just a white cake mix, and you make it according to the box, and you bake it for 35 minutes or so. And then we're going to mix up raspberry jello and poke holes all in the cake and pour the jello on it. And we're going to melt a little bit of raspberry preserves and put on it and top it with some whipped cream. And it's delicious. So let me get y'all on over here close where you can see what I'm doing. And we'll get this raspberry cake made, and y'all have a new dessert to make for this week or the weekend. Get on over here and get your spot. Okay, I've got my cake mix into my big bowl here, and I'm going to add a cup of water and a half cup of vegetable oil. It also calls for 3 eggs, and look at those pretty eggs that my hens have laid. Those dark yolks, I just love it. Now, because you can't, this won't reach, I don't think, I'm going to move the bowl right here to the stove and mix up the cake mix. And with those egg yolks being so nice and dark, this is not really a white cake after all, because it turned it kind of yellow. That's okay. It'll taste good. And I'm sure you could do a poke cake with a yellow cake mix, but a Zinger's made with white. I have fixed my cake pan with Baker's Joy, which y'all know I like to use that. It has the flour and oil mixed together for you already. So it greases and flours your pan with just a spray, and I love it. I like convenience. Okay, I've got my cake ready, and I'm going to get it over into the June oven. I love that June oven because it doesn't heat up my kitchen. So I'm going to get it over there and cook it about 35 minutes, and then I'll bring y'all back to watch me poke holes all in it and get the jello poured over it and get the cake finished. Hang around for a jiffy and we'll be back. I've got a cup of whipping cream in my mixing bowl, and I'm just going to whip it till it's stiff. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of sugar to it. I added about 3 tablespoons of sugar. Okay, we're ready. When the cake gets done, then we'll start putting the jello on it and putting the preserves on it and putting the whipped cream on last. Be back in a bit. Okay, y'all, I got the cake out of the oven, and I think it cooked 25 minutes, and I'm going to let it cool for 30 minutes according to my recipe, and then I'll be back and show y'all the rest of the process. Okay, the cake has cooled for 30 minutes, and I'm going to take my little wooden spoon and make plenty of holes where it'll soak up all the goodness. Because I want it flavored all the way through when I get a piece. I don't want a dry piece. Besides that, if you're mad at somebody, you just poke them while you're poking the cake. This is a stress reliever and a diet breaker. Okay, that's the preserves that are melting in the microwave. So what you do now, once you've got your holes poked, I use the 2 cups of hot water and the 3-ounce package of raspberry preserves, raspberry jello, and you're just going to pour it on. This is going to be one soggy good zinger. Soak your cake good in the holes. And next we put on the preserves if they're melted. Let's see if I got them hot enough. I think so. Let me stir them. And I'm using my OXO measuring cup that's not hot to the touch after it's been in the microwave. That's telling me the cake was cooled enough. So we want to put the preserves on and spread them all over. And then when nobody's looking, you can lift the spoon. But you have to do it when nobody's looking. I was watching Paula Dean the other day, and she licked something, and somebody commented on it. They said she's in her own kitchen, and she was the one going to be eating it. If she wanted to lick it, she could. This preserves were hot, and this thing is just as cool as can be. Y'all need to get you one. Amazon. I need to get me a link to Amazon. Okay, and the next thing we put on it is our whipped cream. And I didn't use the Cool Whip that you buy in the frozen department. I whipped my own whipped cream. Because I had it, I needed to use it. I'm guilty of Cool Whip most of the time. And I would think that this needs to be stored in the refrigerator to keep your Cool Whip pretty and whipped. I'm kind of making a mess. Okay, the last thing you need to do is put, it's called for 7 ounces. So I just used a half of a 14-ounce bag. And you sprinkle your coconut on. This is a work of art, y'all. You have to know just what to do, sprinkle coconut on. What if I got more than 7 ounces? I might have. Okay, let me clean up the mess, and I will get a piece of it cut and plate it up and show y'all what it looks like. Okay, y'all, here's the cake with everything on it, and I'm fixing to cut it. Look at that cake. Doesn't that look delicious? I can't wait to get a bite of it. Y'all need to go get the stuff in a hurry and make one for your house. Hey, y'all, that cake is absolutely delicious. My friend had come by, and I was finishing up making it, and she waited to get her piece of it. She said, "Oh my goodness, it's so light, but it's so good. It tastes like a Zinger." So y'all need to try it. You might bribe somebody with it. It's a pretty good cake. I sure hope y'all are cooking. I hope this quarantine has made you stay home and make good meals for your family, good healthy meals, and maybe just some goodies that ain't healthy. And you're trying new recipes and making new memories and getting new favorite foods. That's a good thing to do when you can't do anything else. Y'all come back here in a day or two, and we're going to have either a garden tour. The stuff's coming up and growing pretty good. And I got my hammocks in out back. I can't wait to show y'all. So that may be the next video, and I may wait and do it on Saturday, but we'll see. Pretty soon y'all will get a garden update. The good Lord bless and keep you, and I'll meet you right back here in just a day or so.